Well, hello guys, welcome to episode 49 of this Gottne Till I Die series. We are finished yet another season. I think we might be 3 or 4 seasons at the top division of Swedish football after taking Gottne all the way up to up from the 4th tier. So things are going well, and I feel we're making progress, which is really nice to see. Last season, those who are watching know we won the Swedish Cup. We weren't able to make the most of things in Europe and had some really unlucky results, which kind of knocked us out of Europe very quickly, which would have been nice to get the money associated with that. One of the big problems we've had for a long time is that we have a 2,000 capacity stadium, which has got 200 seats in it, and we've got no money. So we have not been able to ask for a new stadium. But out of the blue, at the end of last season, I got a email. I don't have the email here, but let's have a look in the club info. And you can see we have future stadium plans. A 477, I can do numbers, 4,775 capacity stadium, all of which are seats. Now, we've got a 2,000 capacity stadium, 200 seats. So this is going to make a massive difference to our finances. It's going to be situated in this, I think the same place as this, which is about 25 kilometres away. Feels like 250, but it's going to be massive for the club. This is absolutely huge. Couldn't get any bigger than that for us. Hopefully we can extend it if we continue to improve, but it's been an amazing season thus far, and that is a huge thing. Don't know how we're going to afford it, but we will find out. We don't know anything else about it either. Basically got a screen. I said put a screenshot up on Twitter, which is basically we're getting a new stadium, but we don't know nothing about it. So that's a little bit more information, which is nice. So we have also had a transfer window, and we're coming back at the start of the season. We've played the Swedish Cup. Let's have a look through the transfers. I'm quite happy with what we've done. One massive deal, but we'll have a look at the we'll have a look at the released players first, if I can work out how to do this. So yeah, released players, lovely. He's retired. He was in reserves, the goalkeeper. Ibrahim Akone, I bought him in. I thought he was going to do a lot better than he did, and it was a fair thing for him to go. And then these guys are legends of the club. Svenland, Erkan, Safstrom, Elson, all 4 of them have played a lot of games at this club, but we had outgrown them. I mean, you look at the quality of play. This is a centre back. Actually, he didn't play that many games, but he kind of helped us. He was an important player at the time. Erkan, he was a great player for a period. I mean, actually, he looks a bit better and had a good few decent seasons with us. Safstrom, the left back. Actually, couldn't just do this. Yeah, Safstrom, the left back. You can see he's not absolutely amazing, but he did such good things for us when he was playing until quite recently, which is quite amazing. And Linus Olsson, he was more of a backup central defensive midfielder. So that's who we've got rid of. As you can see, we've had a few loans who've gone out, a couple of goalkeepers in Nielsen, Zacharias Nielsen, who was our backup last time. We've loaned him out, interestingly, to the league winners, Göteborg, and essentially they're just using him, I think, as a backup, and he's Swedish, so they're kind of doing what we were doing previously. And Sebastian Nielsen, no relation, was the goalkeeper who came in our youth intake last time and who was pretty terrible. But he's going to go on loan to Skellefteå. Apologies, old lady players, completely forgotten how to pronounce that. Oljanen, he's gone back to Finland. No issues there with that. And we've had 3 players come in. You'll see the first one of those is an absolute massive one. We have signed Tinnerholm for 150,000 from Jonkoping. Huge signing for us. 3.5-star player. I mean, he is he gives us so much in that position. He is such an important player, and we've had a series of really important players in that defensive midfield position, and I was worried that we wouldn't be able to replace him, but we've got him in, which is great. The other, there's a player who hasn't made it into this. I signed him early, Benediktsson, who is a new goalkeeper. And this is why we got rid of the other goalkeeper to Göteborg. He is an Icelandic international. He looks pretty damn good. I mean, everything you'd want. He's got 3 in eccentricity, which is great. He doesn't tend to punch. He doesn't tend to rush out. He's not great at passing, so that's not great. But, look at these things. Concentration, decisions, one-on-ones, all these things look very, very good, and he's pretty damn tall as well, so I'm really quite satisfied with that pickup. We needed a bit more backup in that sort of defensive midfield position, and this guy can play all the way up there. He can pass, he can mark. He's a slightly worse version of Tinnerholm, and I think he's a really decent player. He's 30, but I'll take that. He's come from Malmo. He's used to play quite a few games for them. We've undoubtedly played him in the past, and he's Swedish, so a good pickup who can play at the back or in the defensive midfield, or if we need him a little bit further forward. And then this bloke, Christoph Krebs, who is someone who can play up top, and he can also play on the right side, which gives us that little bit of versatility, and that's what I've been going for in this transfer window, a bit of versatility. Just look at that, really good. His stats up top, dribbling, finishing, first touch, all those nice things you like. Passing isn't great, and his crossing isn't great. So as a right-sided midfielder, he may struggle, but I think he offers us quite a lot going forward, I think. Some things that we could work on, but he's 25 and he's Swedish. I'm pretty damn happy with that. I couldn't find any absolute world beaters, but those 4 I think were a good selection. And what that has meant is actually we've brought a fairly compact squad, and I think that's going to be important. I think pretty much 95% of these people are people I would have no issues bringing in, and it's a good number of Swedes in there as well. I think we're absolutely fine for that. We have played some matches, and you'll see we've played a good few friendlies. Unfortunately, we got knocked out of the Swedish Cup Group 4. It was a little disappointing in that we played really well in all 3 matches, and got kicked out in the very last embers of the game against AIK. So Östersunds we drew 1-1 with. Goal from Camp. We looked dominant in this game, absolutely dominant, and we didn't get the win. Couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. Had so many chances and didn't do it. Then against Helsingborg away, played brilliantly. Paul, Tinnerholm and Krebs with goals. We could have got a lot more, and it looked very, very nice. And then against AIK, we went 1-0 up with Paul. They got a 1 back, and then almost immediately Krebs popped up with another goal, and then this happened. And as own goals go, this is one of the worst I've seen. It's just the timing and the manner in which it went in. Just take a look at this, my friends. Take a look, if I'm allowed to see it. Marvel at this goalkeeper. This is the goalkeeper I brought in with all those beautiful stats. I think he's been watching too many Marvel films. Nerland comes in, Danielson, and the ball comes in. Ball comes in, hits him in the back, and it's just rolling slowly towards the goal line. And he does some sort of weird acrobatics and just pushes it in the back of the net. So he hits it twice to get it into the net. And 91st minute, no time to get back into that. So I wasn't too disappointed. We're unbeaten. And today we're coming up against Jonkoping Sodra, who have just been promoted. And transfer window has shut. We are right at the limit of our wage budget as well. So we've got really no transfer budget or wage budget left over. As you can see, we're going to start out with games against Östersunds, the team we've just played in the cup, and then Djurgårdens. We've managed to please Tapsober about something. He's more happy to stick around. we had to send him off to kind of get himself a little bit more happy with life, and he's come back and he seems a bit happy. He still might be. I did promise to bring someone in, but I couldn't afford to. So as a sort of I mentioned that, didn't I? I got a lot of comments about my use of the word mate, my inappropriate use of the word of mate for Tapsover. I haven't managed to bring said person in, so hopefully that's not going to be a problem. He is part of the secondary, the secondary social group, so hopefully he's going to start to integrate a bit more. I allowed him to go off for a month at the start of this season, which means he is probably a little bit back in terms of training, but hopefully he's going to be doing the business this time. So the team we're going with is Paul and Krebs up top, Sigurd Palsson's on the bench, Alsenati on the right, Camp on the left, with Simpson and Tinnerholm in the middle, Kralj, Dejelan, Knudsen and Ali in defence, with Benediktsson, the Marvel goalkeeper, between the sticks. And I'm hoping, my friends, we are going to do the business here against Jonkoping Sodra. They are a team that we should be beating, and I feel good about this season, which is always a bad thing. We've not overhauled the squad. I brought in players where I needed to. The players were always that I needed to bring in were always, I needed someone on the right side who could play on that right side. I needed someone who can play in that defensive midfield role as the Tinnerholm's loan was up. So we got those two things in. Goalkeeper was not something I was looking to change, but Benediktsson was available and I could afford him, so it seemed sensible. Now, he's not a passer of the ball, and that's a bit of a problem, and I don't know whether we're going to have issues with what was that, Benediktsson? I'm not convinced with that bit of goalkeeping there, my friend. We're going to chuck some positiveness on Alsenati. Ball out. It's Fofana. And they're going to break on us, are they? They have Agimang. That sounds a person he sounds fast. Lovely tackle from Kralj. Simpson. And we've got a bit of a break on ourselves here. Paul. Krebs is in the middle. Oh, dear me. Poor ball. Tinnerholm. We've not looked great at the start of this match. But can we do the business here? Camp, who's always a danger. Nicely done. Tinnerholm. What a ludicrous goal that was. Alsenati with the first of the season. No idea what happened at any point during that highlight, but by God, we'll take it. And let's just try and, I don't know, try and calm down a little bit. So I'll say demand more. That's what. Look at that shot. That's fantastic. So we're getting on the score sheet and on the shot sheet, if that's such a thing. I would have liked to see a better start, but maybe it was just a bit of a nervous start. Few new faces. They just need to get to grips. I don't want to see mistakes at the back at the same rate that we've been seeing them. And the goalkeeping mistake would have been a second one, which wouldn't have been great. SodaStream might have been coming back in the team rather quickly, but a lovely ball there into Camp. But the ball's come back out, and then he said another. Oh, dear me, they got straight through us, and you can't tell where these highlights are going. I mean, we've been breaking up and down, left and right, and let's try and not do that. No, let's try and actually hit the team instructions button. I'm going to take that ball off. I'm going to work the ball in the box and be more expressive, which is not what I normally do with this team, but I think it makes a bit of sense with the amount of possession that we've got. Why not try and use that possession a little bit more effectively than just trying to shoot past them? But Camp has done brilliantly. He's beaten one man. He's just bullied his way past the first man brilliantly and past the second man, and a terrible ball in. But Simpson's got it. Ali, who's been a particularly good start to the season, been playing some magical crosses. It's Tinnerholm. He does like a shot, but he's going for Kralj at this left side, and I guess this is his chance. Oh dear, he likes a shot. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are very ugly. It's okay. I'm still a little concerned. I'd like to go 2-0 up, Camp, that's nicely done. That looks... Tinnerholm could have done better, I think. He's not on his first on-camera debut as a Gottne player, an actual Gottne player on a lone player. He could be doing a little bit better. He has had some good performances previously, so you'll have to believe me there. Knudsen, he's coming in. He's playing his first game. Actually, we were playing Hagen rather than Knudsen, but he's done all right. It's good. I mean, you look at what we got: 19 shots. It's not bad, is it? Crouch, ball in. A lot of shots, aren't there? Need to get one. You can just see them coming back into here. The strikers aren't doing great, and this is a chance for them. 51 minutes in, can we win the ball off them? But there's a lot of space here. Nordin, and he's gone backwards. Lukic, Nordin. Oh, come on, what are they doing? Oh, straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Benediktsson looked. I mean, he must have looked like Arnie there, about 4,000 miles wide, because he just got nowhere near it. Well, don't know what happened there, but we'll take this at the minute. So another chance for them. I'd like to just get that second goal. I worry a little bit about all this opportunity. Nicely done. Now Simpson. Long ball over the top, maybe. Tinnerholm. Long ball over the top. No. Crouch. Tinnerholm. This is better. Camp. Another really good opportunity. I think I'm going to make a change. Alsanati, who has got a goal. What are we going to bring on? We'll bring Sigurpalsson on for Krebs. Right, Tinnerholm. Nicely done. Ali, yeah, he's been playing some awesome balls in. Can he get another one? Beautiful ball. What was that? I thought he was going to shoot in the back of his net there, but no. I've tinkered with the corners a little bit. I know. It's shocking, but I mean that sort of created something. Camp, have a shot. Come on. Oh, dear God. 24 shots, 7 on target. You know what's happening, don't you? We're not going to win this. We're getting so many shots. We ain't going to win it, though. I can see it. I can see the disaster. Alsanati, ball in. Off the bar. Chance after chance after chance, and we're just not finishing it off. I mean, I guess as long as we win, it doesn't matter. But the problem is, it's very easy not to win at this point. Just takes one little error. But ball over. Simpson, he's such a dangerous pull. It's in. That is needed. He's not that good with his feet, but he just picked the bottom corner out, and that is exactly what we needed. Beautiful ball from Simpson. All the usual suspects coming together to create a goal, which feels good, which does feel very, very good. So who we got on the bench? We're going to bring Tapsoba on for Kralj. I'm desperate to get Tapsoba properly involved in this side. So we'll bring him on, and we'll probably make a late substitution. Probably Lawson, who's I think a very good, solid player that it covers a lot of bugger off. I'll bring Lawson on for Camp. Yeah, he covers about 4 or 5 positions, which is why he basically sits on the bench. Alsanati, it's the bar. We've played well. We've played really well, I have to say. I've been very, very pleased with the amount of shots we've had. I'd like us to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal, but that will come, I'm sure of it. We know Paul's very capable of scoring goals, and he's got his first of the season, which is great. Is this a chance for them? It feels like it's the end of day's highlight. I don't know what's going on here. I'd like a clean sheet, please. Tapsoba. he just kicks it out. And that's it. Gottne win, and we deserved nothing else. There was a few little flurries from the away team, but that is all they had. We had many chances, probably should have scored more goals. A comfortable opening victory to the season. I hope that puts you guys in a good mood. As always, we'll probably race on a little bit, maybe for the Sirius game, because we've not seen them in a little while. I think they've again got promoted, so we'll maybe come back for Sirius and play a bunch of games in the meantime, and we'll see where we sit at that point. I'm aiming this season, hopefully, to just try and push towards those European places. I don't think it's impossible. I think we're a good side now, and I think what we've done in the transfer window makes us a much better side. Well, thanks very much for sticking by. It's been great to see the numbers on this save recently. They've certainly increased over the last season or so, probably since the cup final. Thank you very much, for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. Yeah, hit the subscribe button as well. I'm never going to say no to that. And I'll see you next time for possibly a game against Sirius. We'll see. Thanks. Goodbye.